sensationally ahead in the overall championship race over Archie McDonald.
There's 4 guys and 6 points in this one, so it could go any which way at the moment. Johnny Littress, Archie McDonald, Carter Thompson and Benny Baker all in with a big chance of taking this one out.
Well, Carter Thompson dominated the early part of the weekend, but since then he's had a little bit of bad luck. He's had a couple of crashes. And we'll start from the front row of the grid, but it's going to be a pretty tall order. Archie McDonald, his teammate, will start from pole position. Carter Thompson in second, Ben Baker in third. Second row, Brendan Demery, he got injured this morning, so he won't be racing, I dare say. John Littress and Tom Drain on row 2.
Jacob Hatch, row 4, Matthew Rindell, Angus Grenfell, James Farmwell, Zach Patendi.
So as we get ready to head off on our final warm-up lap, the points are extremely close.
Yeah, absolutely. Really looking forward to this one.
So Johnny Littress took the race win this morning. He has been on fire so far today, hasn't he? And you'd have to say that...
yeah, but look at the way that Carter Thompson's going. He is absolutely on fire, the way that he needs to be at the moment. So really looking forward to seeing what he can do out there. And... doing a really, really good job.
Well, I thought that was the warm-up, like the way a couple of the riders on the back end of the grid actually took off pretty slowly, but the leaders are just going for it. So it's clearly the race, and the race for the championship is well and truly on, and it is Carter Thompson that leads them as they come through Pirelli Corner, and he's got a very nice lead over his teammate Archie McDonald, with Ben Baker in third place and Johnny Littress in fourth.
Well, they're the 4 protagonists that all have a chance of winning this championship, and with 8 laps to go, it's going to be hectic.
Archie McDonald is on the complete opposite side of the track to everybody else, now comes sweeping back across and into second position. Not sure what the strategy behind that one was, but Carter Thompson leads, Archie McDonald in second. It's the 2 GTR Motorstars riders first and second. Then it's Littress, Baker, and who is that in third? Is that Tom Drain on board bike number 59?
Yeah, good to see him up there too. Laura Brown is just behind them. There she is on her beautiful looking prepared machine. Tom Drain just in front of him, but it is Carter Thompson who has got it all to play for in this one.
As we said, the points are extremely close. I can't wait to get the points update as this race goes on and the progressive points come through, because as you mentioned, there was 6 points between the top 4 in the championship at the start of this race.
Yeah, with 5 points between first and second, at least 3 of those guys can win, and the guy sitting in fourth in the championship, which is Benny Baker, well, he's going to go very, very close. And he's
come round to complete 2 laps, Steve, of the 8-lap journey. Well, you can see what's Ben Baker doing. He's having a sit up and look over his shoulder to see what's going on. There's a decent gap between himself and Tom Drain on board bike number 59, the next rider behind.
Well, there is at the moment, but you can't always guarantee that gap's going to stay there, because Tom Drain's a fast little learner, and he's a fast little rider too. So, you know, Ben Baker, you can see that there is a little bit of a gap, but in the end, the guys that he needs to beat are the ones in front of him right now.
So down the hill we come. It is still Carter Thompson that's leading. Well, I reckon the mental effort from Carter Thompson in this one, after a couple of big crashes earlier on today, is showing that what such strong mental fortitude the, well, now former Blue Crew Oceania Junior Cup champion has, with the crowning of Marianus Nicholas in that class today. Of course, last year was the first year of the Oceania Blue Crew Junior Cup. Carter Thompson won more than half the rounds of that championship to take the championship win, but Littress now wants to make sure that he is the Yamaha R3 Cup champion for 2020 as he tries to make a move on our current leader, Carter Thompson, on board bike number 50.
Yeah, the way it works out, Phil, out of the top 3, whichever one of those guys wins will be the champion. And there's the points. Carter Thompson on 100, John Littress on 99, Archie McDonald on 94, Benny Baker on 90 points.
So as we make our way up the hill, it is still Carter Thompson that leads, but Littress is looking extremely threatening.
Just heading down the hill again, Carter Thompson. He's certainly found a lot of good form.
Archie McDonald's got a touch of the Fabien Ferrays there, continually looking over his shoulder, but all is behind him is Ben Baker on board bike number 72. He's not going anywhere, Archie. He is right behind you as we make our way through Pirelli and down the back straight. to, well, one of the best overtaking opportunities here at Wakefield Park. Despite the bumpy nature of this corner, we have seen so many big break lunges and checks in there all weekend, Steve, and it is certainly a great place to try and get in there, get this position, but it's also important to make sure that you get the run out and you then don't get swamped on the straight, because that's happened plenty of times as well.
It's always interesting to look at all the mums and dads on the wall and all the hand gesticulations, holding four fingers out to say 4 laps to go faster, go slower. Really interesting signalling systems that these guys have to put up with, but they're out there just doing their absolute best at the moment. Carter Thompson, I mean, boy, he's been just so strong all since he's joined this championship, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think he'd ridden a Yamaha R3 on one occasion before this, and then maybe did one practice day on board the GTR Motorstars machine before the event here this weekend. And he's the fastest man on track, actually on the last lap with a 106.523. The top 4, in fact, are all in the 106s. And Laura Brown, the next fastest rider on bike number 355 in 5th place, she's back into the early 107s.
Yeah, Laura Brown's just passed Tom Drain and moved up behind this group now on the Bike Biz machine. Just has a look over her shoulder to see if she's pulling away from Tom Drain, which she is. But she's left herself a little bit too much work to do to catch up that leading group, I think.
So it is still Carter Thompson. The gap as they came across the start-finish line was 0.3 of a second. The fastest man on that last lap, though, was Ben Baker, who's moved up into a 3rd position. And that's going to have a big implication on Archie McDonald's final championship position. Ben Baker bringing himself back into a championship contention as well. Because I think, as you mentioned, Steve, if any of them win this race, they could very well take the championship depending on how the rest of the cards fall.
Absolutely. And the cards are falling all over the place at the moment, that's for sure. So anything is possible out of this group of 4. But we do know if Ben Baker wants to win the championship, he needs to win, but he's got to beat these other 3 guys who also want to take home the trophy of the R3 Cup for this year.
Well, there's 2 laps and 1 corner to go to try and decide who will be that man or woman, depending on what Laura Brown can do here in this race. But she's got a pretty handy lead over Tom Drain there on board the Bike Biz machine. Bike number 355 has a look over her shoulder.
Sort of looked the wrong way there, didn't she, when she had that look? Tom Drain sneaking up the outside of her. She looked on the inside, but nevertheless she's made it through, still holding that position. Now, she is fast, isn't she? She had the lap record at Phillip Island for a little while. So Laura Brown knows how to get a podium or 2.
She did, and Benny Baker's now up into 2nd position. He knows how to get a podium or 2 as well, Steve, as he's done it plenty of times this weekend. And now he's up into 2nd place with his sights very firmly set on bike number 50 of Carter Thompson ahead of him. At the moment, if they fall this way, it will be still Carter Thompson that takes the championship over Littress by 3 points. Ben Baker is equal on points if they finish like that with Archie McDonald for 93.
But if Ben Baker passes, that means he will be the champion, because Carter Thompson will have 5 taken off.
He'll gain 5 and Carter Thompson will lose 5.
That's right. So there's a big chance that Ben Baker could be the champion. Carter Thompson doing nothing wrong. He is fast. He's out in front, not making any mistakes. The pack are chasing him down. He's going to be hard to catch.
Well, there's 2.2 kilometres to go, Steve Martin. We're on the final race of the final round of the 2020 My Bike Motorcycle Insurance Australian Superbike Championship season. And Carter Thompson, if he can finish there, will take the championship. If Ben Baker finishes in front, he will take the championship. And John Littress also is still a chance of taking this championship, the last one to be decided for 2020. There's only half a lap to go now. It is still Carter Thompson. He's got a pretty handy lead. And if Littress starts to hassle Ben Baker, that could be it. And Carter Thompson could secure the championship. Down the bottom of the hill, here comes Littress up the inside. Has he been able to get past? He does. Carter Thompson. Oh, no, sorry. That's Ben Baker goes back to the inside. They have a little bit of a touch as they go through the very fast area there is leading up to the Pirelli corner, and we're now onto the back straight for the final time.
And they head down that back straight. It's Carter Thompson. He's got it, but Johnny Littress, watch him up the inside. He's left nothing to go. Archie McDonald goes to the inside, and it is John Littress who's come through, but Archie McDonald straight in the slipstream. Carter Thompson's going to take the win for the championship as well, but look at the battle behind them.
Littress takes 2nd and Baker takes 3rd. Archie McDonald finishes in 4th place, but I think you'll find that Carter Thompson is the champion in that class. It is so close. We will wait for confirmation of those points. But Carter Thompson, he did everything he had to do then by taking the race win, and the battle for second and third in the championship is going to be so close, especially after that scintillating last lap.
Yeah, that was a sensational lap, but you've got to give it to Carter Thompson. He wins the championship by 1 point over John Littress, but he deserved it. What a ride. He put the pressure on everyone. Archie McDonald, brilliant, 93 points for him. Ben Baker came home in fourth, and Tom Drain, good result with fifth position for the year.
Well, Archie McDonald may have finished fourth in the race, but he does secure that third place in the championship by a slim margin. In fact, there were only slim margins in that top four in the championship. But congratulations to Carter Thompson. 2 years, 2 Australian championships. What a debut in road racing for this young man.
Yeah, brilliant stuff from him. I mean, he's got it nailed down pat. No mistakes, smooth. Wow. And a bit of a comeback too.
Well, congratulations to Carter Thompson. He takes the win by 1.2 seconds over John Littress. Ben Baker on the podium in third place. Archie McDonald takes fourth. Laura Brown, a strong fifth, her best result of the weekend. Tom Drain in sixth. Matty Rindell in seventh. Glenn Nelson in eighth. Cameron Dunker in ninth. And Nate O'Neill in 10th. We're back to talk to our top three after a short break. And welcome back to Wakefield Park and the final round of the 2020 My Bike Motorcycle Insurance Australian Superbike Championship presented by Motul. It's time to crown our R3 Cup champion for 2020. There with Emma.
Carter Thompson, congratulations. You are the 2020 champion for the YMF R3 Cup. How do you feel in this moment?
Yeah, thank you. It's very exciting. It's been tough day and weekend. Yeah, I had a couple of crashes this morning. Yeah.
And you've had such a big schedule this weekend as well. I mean, how have you been able to get up through all that?
Yeah, it's been a tough schedule doing both classes, having to change wheels, everything. But I've got to thank the team, my mum and dad, everyone involved, and thank you.
Did you know on the last lap that you had secured this? Because there was only 1 point in it, would you believe?
Yeah, Mum told me before the race I had to win it to win the championship, so I tried as hard as I could to stay in front, and I did it.
Congratulations. Anyone else out there that you'd like to thank? Say hello to the fans at home that can't be.
Hello, thanks for watching.
Thanks, mate. Well done, everyone. Give him a round of applause. Well said. Carter Thompson, your champion for 2020. Great work. What a huge weekend for these boys, doubling up, double duties. That is not easy on the body. And well done to you, John Latrice. You've had a huge weekend and a very big day, very successful day as well.
Yeah, it's been a pretty successful day, Emma, but it was disappointing to miss out on that 1 point, but good credit to Carter. He rode awesome all weekend. Yeah, thank you. But I couldn't do it without the people that helped me out, AGV, TCX, Fusion Track Fit, and just everyone that helps me out. It's just big thank you.
Great work. See you in 2021. And finally, Ben Baker, congratulations on yet another podium. What a great weekend for you. Great way to finish off 2020.
Yeah, thanks, Emma. It was a pretty rough year with all the COVID and that, but happy to get a couple podiums this weekend. The wind was still pretty strong out there, but yeah, we got the podium, we got it done, so no wins, but it's all right. Next year, just thanks to Yamaha, Shoei Helmets, Peregrine, SDK, UTEC, Brizza Shen, Montooth, Ash Daly, and Alpine Star also, thanks to John Chiodo.
Well done, well said. Let's give him a round of applause, everyone. Your YMF R3 Cup 2020.
Thanks very much, Emma. Great to hear from our top three, and congratulations to Carter Thompson. As we mentioned, last year he won the Blue Crew Oceania Junior Cup, and in 2020 he takes the Yamaha R3 Cup, so congratulations to him. But there's plenty more coming up. Let's have a look at the MA calendar of events. The Australian Senior Solo Side Speedway Solo Championship Round 1, 3rd of January at Gilman in South Australia. The Australian Senior Speedway Solo Championship Round 2, the 5th of January at Sydney Olympic Park. Olympic Park Speedway in Mildura, and Round 3 is at Diamond Park Speedway in Wodonga on the 7th of January. Round 4, the 9th of January at Kurri Kurri Speedway in New South Wales. Round 5, Mick Doohan Raceway at Northgate in Queensland. And the Under-16s 125 Individual Speedway Championship, the 14th and 15th of January at Sidewinder Speedway in Wingfield in South Australia. For more information, go to ma.org.au. Let's have a look at the My Bike Motorcycle Insurance Australian Superbike Championship 2021 calendar, the official pre-season test. Phillip Island Grand Prix Circuit, the 27th and 28th of January. Round 1 at the Australian All Wheels Race Festival at Phillip Island on the 19th and 21st of February. Round 2, Winton Motor Raceway, March 12 to 14. Round 3 at Wakefield Park Raceway. We're back here in April next year on the 16th to the 18th of April. Round 4 with the supercars at Hidden Valley Raceway in Darwin. The perfect time to go to the top end, the 18th to the 20th of June. Round 5 at Morgan Park Raceway on the 20th to the 22nd of August. The Ben Motorsport Park, the International Motorfest, the 23rd to the 26th of September. And the final round at the spiritual home of Australian motorcycling, the Phillip Island Grand Prix Circuit in November. Keep up to date with all of the action at asbk.com.au. Let's have a look at the Pro MX calendar for 2021 as well. Round 1, April 11 at Wonthaggi in Victoria. Round 2, Canberra in the ACT, May 2nd. Round 3 at Gilman in South Australia on the 30th of May. Round 4 at Maitland in New South Wales on the 27th of June. Round 5 at Wodonga in Victoria, the 25th of July. And Round 6 at QMP in Queensland, the 8th of August. And Round 7 and 8 at Coolum in Queensland from the 14th and 15th of August. For more information, go to ozpromx.com.au. Australian off-road calendar is shaping up as a big one as well, with double-header rounds all through the season. Rounds 1 and 2 at Nowra in New South Wales on the 27th and 28th of March. Rounds 3 and 4 in Victoria on the 17th and 18th of April. Rounds 5 and 6 Kyogle in New South Wales on the 17th and 18th of July. Rounds 7 and 8 QMP in Queensland on the 6th and 7th of August. Rounds 9 and 10 at Kingston SE in South Australia on the 18th and 19th of September. and the final rounds at Omeo in Victoria, rounds 11 and 12 on the 16th and 17th of October. For more information, go to australianoffroad.org.au. Down to Emma now to wrap up what has been a sensational 2020 season for the My Bike Motorcycle Insurance Australian Superbike Championship.
It has indeed, and thank you so much to you, Phil Harley.